Merry Christmas, friends, and welcome to the Glory Stories Holly Jolly Christmas Spectacular. My name is Jared Bell, and I'm joined by your regular co-hosts.
That's right. I am Philip Stanley, and I am one of your hosts, and I'm glad to be here today.
Excellent. And I'm Robert Kelly. I'm one of your hosts usually as well. So glad to be back with you guys again for this. Now, you've set the expectation because you called it a Christmas Spectacular. But the Glory Stories Holly Jolly Christmas Spectacular. That is good. So Christmas has thrown up in the studio today. And on us a little bit.
In the barn, you mean?
In the barn.
In the Christmas barn.
Yeah. So secretly, between the Thanksgiving special and the Christmas special, Jared is truly trying out for a Hallmark movie. This is his audition tape. He is going to submit it, and we will see what happens. Maybe we'll cover it one day in a future story.
That's going to be a glory story of the future.
That
That's
is a glory. We're claiming it for you, brother. We know that's what you want to do.
Me, Candace.
Who's the lady? Yes, Candace. Yeah, I was going to say who's the other playing the star that's usually in those movies. That's good. All right, guys. Well, it's Christmas. Christmas is already here. It's the second week of December, and we are full in. Now, I got a honest question before you guys get started, and probably for you guys too, if you want to comment on it. When did you decorate?
Ooh. In my heart, I decorated November 1st.
But when did you actually get your house
in my
decorated?
schedule, it was a couple weeks later. Yeah.
Okay. So like before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
So in my heart,
Excuse, the way you talk about Christmas, that is, I don't accept that, sir.
I was out of the country for a week, and there's still sports games going on and work, and it's excuses.
wow, man, that was lame. Like I was going to help back you up on that, but then you made the excuse of whatever. I can't do it with you, man. But no, us true Christmas. So listen, I got an actual solution for those of us. I'm in the same boat as you. I want to decorate November 1st, technically before November 1st, but I don't. What I do believe in is November 1st, you should put your Christmas tree up. And then don't decorate anything else. Just put your Christmas tree up, decorate your Christmas tree. And then the day after Thanksgiving, then you make the entire thing a winter wonderland. You see how you can do that? It's progressive.
That.
It's a progressive Christmas decoration.
That's nice. I go with a real tree, though.
Oh, do you really?
Oh, nice touch.
How long does a real tree last these days?
I've been getting some good ones lately. We get there as soon as they open. We get the first ones, and it's gone into January. Wow. A week or two into January.
That's good.
Wow, week into January. That's pretty good.
A week or two, yeah.
So for me in my house, we decorate on November 1st. That is the thing we've done for the last 3 years now.
Bravo.
But years before that, it was Veterans Day. That was my cutoff date. I was the one fighting against it, not Amy. And then before that, if you go way, way back, it's the weekend of Thanksgiving. I can't remember a Thanksgiving where we weren't decorated at my house for Christmas already.
Wow.
So it's always been a holiday, decoration set up, by Thanksgiving, but the last 3 years, November 1st. And that's about that. I think she's happy. I don't think she's going to be pushing for anything further, but November 1st, we were fully decorated.
That's beautiful.
But I want to know,
my heart.
are we all in agreement that you don't take down your Christmas decorations until the new year? Is that right? Or everybody is on board with that?
I agree with you on
I think
that.
that's correct. I mean, I think we've gone basically until Nikolai goes back to school. I think that's usually when the kids go back to school, that's a decent time to start thinking about it.
I'll say I understand the people want to get everything back to normal and get everything cleaned up, and especially when there's Christmas, there's some new stuff in the house and people are ready to put things away. And
exactly,
I understand that. I get it, but to me, just there's so much going on during the season. It's you're not home that much, and it's you got a few days off between Christmas and the New Year, and you can get to enjoy it.
Well, I think that's the whole point of it, not to commercialize Christmas, but if those decorations, for me, I'll speak to me, and I'm going to talk about society right now. I'll talk about me and my issues. I believe that those decorations, having that Christmas tree up, and even though it's a pagan thing, right? Originally, all the things we all know.
We can redeem it.
We can redeem it. And the thing is that for me, it's when those things are up, I'm more relaxed. I have memories, and you can't help but to be in a better mood. And so, I feel like that's an important thing. And why not let it linger, especially if we're trying to let Christmas and the holidays be a time for family? Well, we don't want to be so busy and hustling about that we don't sit down and actually enjoy ourselves. And that Christmas tree, being able to sit and enjoy it in our living room, or where do y'all put your Christmas tree? Is it in the living room most of the time?
You only have one?
I mean, we do have multiple, but like we have a main one. Everybody has a main Christmas tree, right?
So we've got about, I think we're up to 7.
Wow.
7
So I've got
Christmas trees.
3
Okay, that's a
big
lot.
ones downstairs.
You have a Christmas forest.
Yeah, Amy's goal is to look like a Hallmark movie.
Nice.
Where even the bedspread
Right.
is going to be a Christmas comforter. Like that's what she wants. But I'm just here for the ride.
You
So
might need to use your house as a filming location.
we
is
should
what
have.
I'm hearing.
I mean, it was ready weeks
Hallmark
ago.
film
It was
could be
ready
filmed
weeks
there.
ago. Yeah, truly. But I agree with you. Me and Amy, when she kept bumping it back further and further to November 1st. She says it just makes you happy.
It does.
You got lights in every corner when you turn the big lights off, and it's just got all these holiday lights. All the trees are lit up. Our whole kitchen is covered in garland and light up stuff, and it's just so happy.
sets the
She said,
tone.
"Why would you wait to do this?" And so,
Sets the tone.
It does.
It sets the tone. Now, growing up, it wasn't like that for my house. Growing up, we were lucky to have the tree up the week of Christmas.
Really?
And we got a real tree. Dad always got a real tree, but literally, like last minute heroes, 11th hour. There have been times where we got in the attic like 2 days before Christmas to get the stuff out. I'm like, really? Is there a point? But I guess there still is.
Okay, Mr. Grinch. I mean, good.
Well, that
gracious.
was me back then. I'm like, you want to send me up in this attic? I
So-
only come to the attic once a year.
I'm telling you, marriage will do that to you. It'll make your heart grow 3 sizes. And so,
Oh gosh, that's good. That's good. Well, let's talk about some memories. So
do it.
so we got a couple questions here. So, what is your biggest childhood memory when it comes to the Christmas holiday?
Christmas holiday.
And it could be
memories.
like a gift or maybe something that happened, a really special Christmas. I can tell you mine is when we got the Nintendo.
Oh boy.
So this takes me way back. So this is NES,
Oh, yeah.
a Nintendo Entertainment System. And we had Duck Hunt that came with it.
Oh, yeah.
And we thought that was magic. So I have a twin
absolutely.
brother. Me and Isaac were shooting ducks and all kinds of stuff in the morning because we always woke up before our parents did, and they had it on and ready. They knew we were going to be jumping right into that, and I can still look back to that and just brings a smile to my face because I thought it was magic. I mean, really back then it was.
I mean, it still is, buddy.
It still
It's okay.
is. That's the
I
truth.
still have mine, my original Nintendo.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
NES. Yeah.
That's your nickname, original Nintendo. That's probably what we're going to do. Since last episode, you named Robert, in the Thanksgiving special, you named him Robert Network Kelly. So we're going to name you
The
Jared.
Network Kelly.
Yeah.
Robert the Network Kelly.
So it's going to be Jared NES Bell. I like that. We can use that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. And then I also remember one where, and this was funny, like a childhood memory goes. So the video recorders we had back then, you guys will appreciate this. It was the VCR that was in front of the TV, and it just came with a strap that you could put on your shoulder, and it had a huge battery, probably the size of like a laptop today.
It was a brick.
It was a brick, and it slid in, and it had a cable that went to the camera. So I set that up in the couch, and like I buried the cables to where it was under a throw pillow. Right. So I wanted to see if Santa would come and if Santa was real.
Catch him in that.
But I was old enough to set this up and put a VHS tape in the recorder. So I put it in there and I had that Joker recording. And then so everybody had already said goodnight and everything like that. And all of a sudden I had this guilt trip come over me. It's like, well, he's not going to show up if you're videoing the den where the tree is. And then I said, I can't do this. I can't do this. So I got up in the middle of the night. Mom and Dad are probably still waiting to put, things out for me and Isaac, and literally went and turned. All I did was turn it off, and I left the camera where it sat.
Did they ever know? Did you tell them?
Yeah, I told them much later than that.
But they didn't know in the moment. They never
they
knew.
did not know.
That's crazy.
Covert operation for Christmas was a success.
You better
Would
be,
have been a success.
You better be grateful they didn't have no parent Christmas cuddle time, man. That could have been an awful childhood
That's
experience
right.
for you.
That's good.
The
Yeah,
Holy Spirit convicts us in our hearts. Yeah, so that's good.
that's right. And he did that day. He did that day. What about y'all? Any special memories? Maybe a special gift?
There was one. One year we got a golf cart, which is great. My little brother and let's see, he was probably, I don't know, 5 or so, and I was 10 or 11, something like that. And we have 4 boys that live in the house behind us too, and there's a dirt road going beside the two houses. And so like, Christmas Day, we're all playing with stuff we all got, and they all come over. And so or like I'm going to see them, going to their house or something like that, going down that dirt road. Got my little brother in it, first time driving it, and coming up on the end of their driveway where the water runs off. There's a little bit of mud and some loose sand there, and I turned fast and just like did a power slide and threw my little brother out of the golf cart into the mud puddle face down. I felt so bad about that, but it was hilarious.
I'm sure he's never forgotten it either.
I'm sure he hasn't forgotten it, or maybe it's he's repressed that.
Maybe,
maybe,
or maybe he has trauma from that and can't remember it. Either way, that's great.
I don't remember that at all.
I remember it. It's very memorable to me.
You, Philip?
I don't know. Like Christmas has just always been great. So I don't have, I don't know. There were several times where my parents truly pulled one over on me. And that was fun. So when I was a kid, I remember getting, like my sister and I had always wanted a foosball table. That was back in the day, and I'll give you a clue. And so we got that. That was amazing. There's several gifts like that I remember. Like they did above and beyond. But I think one of the coolest ones for me was my first car. So, I love old cars. I love classic cars and, muscle cars to be specific. And so, I had my eye as a 16-year-old kid. I had my eye on a 1966 Ford Mustang that was not fully put back together. It was a total work in progress, but this guy that we knew had it, and I was saving up for it, and I was going to make that a thing. And I never in a million years could have even imagined my parents helping make that happen, but just they gave me a key for Christmas. I opened up the box, and there's this key, and it has a Mustang, like a Ford Mustang key tag, and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. And then literally outside, they moved it while I don't know how they did that, but they moved it into the front yard while I wasn't around to do it. And that's hard to do, but where we're at my grandparents' house for every Christmas. And so I went out there, and there it was. I mean, that thing had primer and rust and like nasty orange peel paint problems, but it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen, and I just loved that car, and it was just it was a special time. But I want to be mushy for a second and say that it's not really the gifts that I have the best memories of with Christmas. What got me into doing videos was the memorial video that I made for my grandfather when he passed away in 2009. Mm-hmm. And my favorite part of that are the Thanksgiving and Christmas clips that we wove into that memorial video. But that's what I remember the most, is that we would always get together for Christmas, and we would always read the Christmas story, always. Mm-hmm. And we also would sing the doxology. My family is a family full of singers, as you all know. Yep. And the doxology, my mom would lead it. We all harmonize with it, and it's literally how we do every major holiday. In fact, everybody in the church knows that's how we do every major holiday.
That's right.
Instead of prayer, we sing the doxology together. So for me, that's what I remember the most, is just the time together, the traditions of like watching How the Grinch Stole Christmas on Christmas Eve, like it's supposed to be done. Go back and watch the Thanksgiving special. Yeah, that was for Jared. But How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original, we had it. We've memorized that movie to the point where we knew when the commercial breaks were. You know what I mean? Like I could tell you, it's amazing. So I just love the holiday, and I'm so grateful that I've got an awesome family that also loves the holiday and makes it special.
That's good. Well, you walked right into the next one, which is favorite traditions.
All right. Well, I'm
Christmas tradition. Yeah. I think, Jared, you got one that you.
Yeah. I'll go with two because one of them kind of changed a little bit. One of my favorite things growing up was we would all get together, my dad's side of the family, on Christmas Eve. And so like I just love that, like with all my cousins and everything. And it was fun. Like, and we did gift exchange, and that kind of changed throughout the years. We used to draw names, and then went to the white elephant or whatever you call it. And I just always loved that. It was just, I don't know, something special about it, spending that time with family, Christmas Eve. And I just really enjoyed that. And then, as we got older, all the cousins, we got like there's so many kids now. Like I have 3, and like my brother's coming with 3, and then like I got 3 other cousins, they all got 3, and like and this other and so there's just so many, and the way things go, we're still getting together, but it's not on Christmas Eve, and we're having to move it, and so it made me sad. But yeah, that was one of my favorites growing up. Something that I'm super proud of is a tradition I started at my house on Christmas Day. Is at some point after presents are open, breakfast has been enjoyed, and we're sitting around, I'll pop in the He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special.
Dude,
that I found on DVD.
What?
No way.
I bought it when my oldest 2 boys were born. They're twins. I found it around that time, and I told my wife, I said, we're gonna watch this every Christmas Day. It's gonna be a tradition. And she, of course, rolled her eyes and was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is ridiculous." And so every single Christmas Day, I'll put that in and we watch it. I think it might have been this past Christmas. One of the boys said something like, "Hey, we haven't watched this yet," and I was like,
That's
yes,
amazing, dude.
Set the expectation.
Congratulations.
Yeah. He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special. It's real. It exists. It's out there. Hope you can find it and share it with your family.
That's a Christmas dad win for the ages.
Yes.
So I did give one, but I have one more. Is it okay if I share it? So the tradition that I think for my family now, so my wife and my son, when I think about the things that we do, we also have a few specials that we watch, and it may vary. We may watch it on Christmas Day, or we could watch it when we decorate. There's not a rule set for it, but man, we've really gotten into watching the How to Train Your Dragon Christmas special. It's a holiday special, and then they had the Frozen universe has Olaf's Christmas Adventure or something like that, and they're short films. They're not huge. But we love them, and that's amazing. I hope our listeners could hear you pouring that drink. I hope so. I want to make sure that our listeners know he was pouring a drink. Okay, we just need to.
He's feeding the Christmas tree. That's
oh, that's what it's. I'm going to the wide shot so that everybody can see what's going on over there. That's a great time.
Wonderful time of the year.
It is. Well, and you are officially cotton-headed Mickey Mugs. So there you go. We got our Christmas mugs for you.
Yeah.
But no, I just enjoy being able to spend that time, and it's still to this day. Like if we go in there and watch that today, I will tell you that it will get emotional because like it's just that special to be able to let the stories kind of drive it and everything. And it's a good time. So I enjoy that. I'm glad we get to do it.
What about you, Robert?
Christmas Eve is the highlight for me growing up anyway, because that was the time when all the family would come over. I remember way back in the day, my Aunt Betty would have a get together at her house, and she made this ambrosia.
Oh Lord!
I don't know if you guys. I mean, you guys are both from down here in the South, East, and that ambrosia was like it was a mix of maraschino cherries, pineapple. It had coconut in it. It was all kinds of stuff, but it was like the only time you got it all year was Christmas Eve at Aunt Betty's. And we would do, kind of like what you're talking about, like a draw the name kind of thing. Yeah. It was just the kids though, cause they would just do the kids, and then the adults would just watch and all that kind of stuff. But,
classic aunt name too. Aunt Betty.
Aunt Betty. Right.
Yeah.
No, she was awesome. Yeah. And then, I think that's one. And then my parents would always let us do one present on Christmas Eve, and then the rest would have to wait till the next day. But Christmas Day was always just the intermediate family, and Christmas Eve was the party.
Yeah.
You know, that's I like that tradition. I like that style. We've kind of now that we're older and we have, I've got both, 2 sets of parents now. My mom anyway, and then Amy's mom and dad. Christmas Eve is usually the Kelly side, and then so Christmas Day, then we do the DeBond side. So and then we switch off where we have it. So so sometimes it's at my brother's house, sometimes it's at my house, and then sometimes it's at Amy's and then Jason's. Okay. So we kind of separate that. But I like that tradition because it's not every year that your house is the one that's being trashed. Yeah. So
I would host every holiday. I would do it in a heartbeat. We don't, but I would. I love it when we get to do that. So our family, my in-laws come over for Christmas, and they're the ones that introduced me to a tradition of Christmas Low Country boil.
Oh, yes, sir.
And it was, I mean, listen, my mom does not like seafood. My aunt doesn't like seafood. In fact, you literally can't find many folks in my family who do. So I love it. And so I got introduced to this family who is into Low Country boil. And so when Heather first started taking me around for Christmas and the holidays, and we did that, y'all, it was embarrassing because these people can peel shrimp like that, and I'm over there struggling. I'm fighting for my life. I can't keep up with them at all. And I would starve if it was up to me, like to have to peel I would absolutely starve before I could keep up with them. So
you didn't have the proper training.
No, I did not.
It's not your fault.
I did not have the right training. And then finally, like, it's embarrassing, but I accepted it. I started getting pity shrimp from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a thing.
One fell swoop. They pick it up, skin it, and take
They
it.
just start loading my plate up
poor
for me.
starving young man.
I've never been starving a day in my life, but that's fine. It's a good time.
Oh gosh! And next thing you know, you want it at the Japanese place where they want to turn it into like a mermaid and all that kind of stuff for you too. Anyway, all right. So, what is the most meaningful scripture or spiritual insight about Christmas? This is a heavy question because Christmas is to us. I mean, it's about Christ. It's about His birth, His coming to earth, leaving heaven, and all that kind of jazz. I think there's one word that sums it up for me though, and it's Emmanuel. Mm-hmm. That alone, it's just. That's it. It explains everything, and everything is encapsulated in that one word, that one spiritual insight. Anyway,
which means God with us.
Yes,
if you're not.
God with us.
Emmanuel means God with us. That's right. So it's Him coming to earth in the form of a baby, and coming to die for our sins, and it's wonderful. It's a beautiful thing. But Emmanuel encapsulates all of that, and even today. On this side of the cross, it still encapsulates it. So that's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
during the Christmas time, and it's also the one word that sums it up for me. Yeah. But what about you guys? What about is it like a favorite scripture? I know you said you read from Luke 2.
Oh yeah, but we always do the Christmas story. But you can also jump into "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given," and just like
Isaiah.
Yeah, I think it's 9. It's
9:6.
I think is it 6:9 or 9:6?
I think it's 9:6.
6:7. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all did. I was.
Do you know they
did
put
it
that
too
in the dictionary this year?
No,
Yes, they have added 6, 7,
right?
and I
I
said
knew that.
my first question was, how did you define it? Because even the kids can't tell you why they say it.
Nikolai loves it, and so that was for you, son. I love you very much.
Yeah, it's for Jackson too. Whatever.
I think that right. So that scripture stands out to me. I think that there's just the whole feeling of Christmas, and I heard this from another minister, Brother Kilpatrick. Actually, I think is the one I heard it from, where he talked about Christmas is the promise, Easter is the proof. And that is just, that sums up the holiday for me. And that's why I also argue that we should celebrate Christmas year round. If we're going to celebrate the resurrection, we should also celebrate Him actually coming to die for our sins. That's Christmas. So I think Christmas year round has an argument to be made. You know what I mean?
I love it.
You have to agree with me. Like you're forced
100%, 100%. Yeah. I always remembered growing up Christmas Eve, I would read. My younger brother is, like 5.5 years younger than me, and I would read for us, in Luke, the Christmas story, and that was always special, just me and him. So it was kind of a cool thing, just two of us growing up. I'll give a little plug for my mom. Has always said this for her favorite verse or part of the Christmas story is when it says that Mary pondered all these things in her heart, and so just that reflection and thinking about that, she's always talked about that. So that's for you, Mom. Just we're listening to you. We love you.
That's good.
Now she can go ponder in her heart what a
That's
wonderful
exactly
son
right.
she's got.
That's right.
Smooth.
I'll tell you what, my family wasn't, we didn't read the Christmas story out of the Bible when I was growing up anyway. Because remember, we were CEOs. We were Christmas and Easter only. So it just wasn't part of our everyday thing on the Christmas side. But when I got older and I got saved and I met Amy and all that kind of stuff, right? So when I started getting married, when I got married and I started to incorporate more of those biblical stories into the Christmas experience for us. When I'll never forget it. One Christmas, my grandmother on my mom's side, it was my grandma Brown. I said, hey guys, it was right after dinner, right? So we had Christmas dinner. I said, I want to read the Christmas story with you, if you don't mind. So this is the first time I've done this, right? In front of this side of the family. So I was like, hey, of course, everybody was like, oh, of course. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So then, but I started in Luke chapter 1.
Okay.
About midway through, right? Because Luke was a historian. I feel like some of the things he captured in the first chapter is very important. Yeah. So I was like, I said, I feel like I need to include this. I decided this before I showed up at my mom's house. But my grandmother Brown said, do you really need to start that far back?
Oh my gosh.
She cut me off. I said, yes, grandmother, I think it's important. And, but I'll never forget it. So like, talk about being shunned. I was like, sorry, I'll start.
Have you been Bible shamed before? That's crazy.
Hey, no. Yeah, I have, cause I have. Now, but she was waiting for dessert probably,
Right.
the next thing on the menu.
Yeah. It was a timing thing.
Yeah, it was a timing thing, probably. Yeah. But I'm like, I love history, and I'm like, these things are so important. We need to incorporate this into the reading.
That's great.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Got some questions for you about Christmas. What's the one thing you want viewers to know about Jesus during the holidays? So if it was your responsibility to tell the world to say, okay, if you do one thing this Christmas and you're not a believer, or maybe you're a brand new believer, what's the one thing you would tell them to do this Christmas? It's a tough question, because how do you pick, right?
Question. Wow.
That's interesting. Man, I don't know. I kind of feel like taking it a slightly different direction.
Let's do it. Change it.
So think about, I would argue that Christmas season is a hopeful season, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You feel that it's everywhere. Even the people are nicer. In my experience, I don't know, maybe it's just that I love Christmas so much, but even like going to do things that are not necessarily fun, you still get a Merry Christmas or something, right? You get more interaction that way. So I would argue that Christmas is a hopeful season. And so I would tell our listeners that we need to figure out where the source of that hope comes from.
Amen.
Yeah, that's what it is the hope that you feel, the kindness that is extended. That is an extension of the grace that is the Christmas story. Jesus coming on earth for nothing more than to be a sacrificial lamb for the whole world. And that is the hope that he's given us, is the hope that we feel at Christmas time, the hope that we will, in fact, have a way to be right with God, and that we can be in relationship with God, and we can experience that hope on earth. And I think that sums it up for me. I don't know.
I'm so glad the pastor
How'd I
answered
do?
that.
I don't know.
You're good. I think you're right with that it is the source of the hope. And then, like that, even that being nice to each other, the charity, the loving each other, the loving your neighbor, that's also things that he modeled. And also even the Old Testament, our Heavenly Father modeled that to us. So, I think that's important to know that that's the source of, God is love. Love is God. So, yeah.
Yeah. I had this thought of just, think about, there's some conflicting things like with Christmas, and you may think about, Christians, it's like all the commercialization and like, it's like, hey, you just said you were thankful on Thanksgiving Day, and then Black Friday, you're, running people over to the store to buy gifts. And so like, I would say, let's give people grace and remember like where that comes from. So like, it's coming from a place of generosity, wanting to get gifts for people and wanting to celebrate and share, show them you love them. And so I think there's a lot of extra stuff around Christmas. A lot of people get stressed out and, because of all the things going on. And so I would say, remember, people, we mess things up and get it wrong and kind of take things too far in one way or the other. And I would say it's important to remember to give grace and remember where it's coming from. Because I think if we all pause and take a moment to reflect and think that that's where it's coming from, is out of a place of love and hope and it's a season of looking forward, anticipation, Advent, arrival.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Christmas music is one of the best parts about the season, I think.
Absolutely.
So I gotta know, what is the one Christmas song that, if you can only have one from here on out, what would it be? What hits hardest for you?
I have one selection for that.
Okay.
And it's not a traditional Christmas carol. So I think there's two categories for me.
Okay.
So the Christmas Carol that I think that I would probably lean into the most, Joy to the World. I love that song. I love what it represents. But I take that back. I think "Oh Holy Night." I'll take that one. That's my pick for the Christian side. Same. I'll take that.
Same.
But on the other side of it, there's a tie. So I have 3 songs, man. This is crazy. "Oh Holy Night" is my number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 would be "Winter Wonderland" because me and my son sing that all the time and love it. We sing it year round. It's great. And the third one, so I did "Winter Wonderland," "Oh Holy Night," and then the actual Christmas song, like chestnuts roasting on open fire.
Yeah,
like what you can't beat that. Like that's an all timer.
Yeah.
So I gave 3.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think my the first one that I like to play each year is "In Sync." Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Yeah. You know the one. Wow. Everybody knows the one. Doesn't that just make you feel great?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, I love that.
Apologize.
Song. I think it's Amy's fault that I like it so much. But yeah. Well, what's yours?
"Oh Holy Night" is amazing.
Yes.
"The Earth Stood Still" by Future of Forestry. Fantastic.
That's a good one.
I think that's the title. I may be wrong on the title.
Okay.
But it's on the Advent 2 EP. I love it. So there's this other song that you two have informed me, strangely, you've never heard.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Good King Wenceslas.
Gesundheit?
I still can't believe you haven't heard this song. I'm not going to sing it, obviously, but I'm sure you'll find a.
Can you use that in a sentence? Because, like, good Lord.
Wenceslas.
Like, what's the.
Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even, brightly. Okay. Anyways, there's a song about Good King Wenceslas. It's a Christmas song. I know you've heard it, and you're just lying to me.
No, because I think you shared it on Spotify a few months back.
Yeah. Yeah, and you still,
I still had
no, I didn't do it.
Well, it's weird. So like, I got to the point like, here it come up. I'm like, what is it? Like, this is weird. Like, why is this a Christmas song? Like, what's going on? And it's about kindness and generosity or whatever. And so like, I was like, is this a real person? And so I did some research on Wenceslas. So, and I think it's a very interesting story. Like, it's a cool guy. So he was a Duke of Bohemia, son of Radislas, grandfather, Boravage, converted to Christianity by missionaries Cyril and Methodius. I'm sure you know who they are. His mother, Drahomira,
no, we don't.
Was the daughter of a pagan tribal chief, and she was said to have been baptized at their marriage. But so his father dies at 13. His grandmother on his father's side, Ludmila, becomes the regent. But Drahomira, his mother, sent assassins and to strangle her with her own veil. So it's crazy. So Drahomira, his mother, assumed the role of regent and initiated measures against Christians. Then at 18, Wenceslas and the remaining Christian nobles led a successful uprising and sent Drahomira into exile, his mother into exile.
My goodness.
And then, he was known as a generous father of all the wretched, and he endeavored to spread Christianity throughout the region. There was a nobleman, Radislas, who rose up and marched against him. Wenceslas offered peace, but Radislas took it for weakness and chose to come. The armies came together for battle, and Wenceslas challenged Count Radislas to single combat. And as he advanced, and the saying goes that as Radislas advanced, he saw 2 angels at Wenceslas' side and threw himself down at his feet and asked for pardon. And Wenceslas did and restored him into favor. So that was cool.
Wow.
And so at Christmas, he would give a gold coin and a blessing to everyone in the castle, every servant, including the jailers in the castle. He gave a blessing to the prisoners, and one that he asked about was a pagan woman who had spoken against Jesus. And he said if she had only done something less offensive, like murder, even, he would have pardoned her, but he couldn't pardon her for that.
Wow.
She challenged his goodness, saying that the peasants in the town were so so worse off than the servants in the cozy castle. And so he's troubled by this and thinks about it and goes into town to pass out coins. And still troubled the next day, on the day known as the Feast of Stephen. Stephen, who was first martyr. He's still troubled the next day. He goes out on the balcony and he sees a peasant gathering sticks, for the fire. He asks his page about this man and then tells his page to gather some wood, meat, and wine. We're going to go take it to him. And this is the part that's in the song. This part of the story is the song. And so as they're walking, the page can hardly go on anymore because because of the cold. And the story goes that he bids his page to walk in his own footsteps, like following his footsteps, and says that there was heat in the ground from Wenceslas's footsteps, and that warmed the page, and so he made it, didn't die. Story gets crazier after this. At 28, his brother Boleslas and some conspirators who had political aims killed Wenceslas, invited him to a festival and killed him on his birthday, on his way to church, on the doorstep of the church. His brother struck first, but Wenceslas wouldn't fight his brother, wouldn't fight him back, and just accepted his fate. And Boleslas's son was born that same day and was named Strakvas, which means a dreadful feast. Wenceslas was declared a martyr and a saint almost immediately, patron saint of the Czech Republic. Holy Roman Emperor Otto I conferred on him the title of king. That's why he's called Good King Wenceslas. And he was actually just a duke, but he was given that posthumously. And so the song being about him, and on the Feast of Stephen. Stephen was the first martyr, and this guy was a martyr too. And they still have Wenceslas Square and statue to him and everything. So that's in that song. It's crazy.
That's a lot more than I thought it was going to be. That's an epic journey.
Yeah, I know.
It's sad, man. You brought a sad Christmas story, man. I mean,
yeah, but I
don't think most people have ever heard that before.
Yeah, I don't think anybody.
So that's going to be new to most of us.
Yeah. Maybe we could put it in the chat. We'll put the link to the song on there. Maybe Jared will sing it for us.
That's exactly right.
Ring Collective has a good version of it.
That's how you know about it. I figured it out now.
Irish Christmas.
That is exactly how you know about it. Okay. Man,
they have a cover of it.
I hope the Ring Collective will watch this podcast one day. Like the members of that band. We should tag them. That's a good idea.
They've got a great version of it. Yeah.
That's good. Well, thank you for sharing that. I have never ever heard the song, and I certainly have never heard that story before.
Yeah.
But Jared Sloss, that was wonderful. Jared Sloss. All right, so we know the Christmas songs we do like. Is there one that you would scratch from the record of all time?
Mary, Did You Know?
Okay,
Get it out of here.
I like that.
That's a good one to ditch.
Why not? I mean,
she did know.
She did.
Knew.
Well,
she totally did.
Did she fully comprehend? I think that's what the gist of the song is. What about you? You got a song that you would ban forever?
It's awful.
I don't know. Like I'm struggling right now because I'm still stuck in the. I'm stuck in the sloss. You know what I mean?
No, you didn't.
Sorry.
Well, I think if there was one, if there was one song.
When did you think of that? How long you been holding on?
Yeah, I just did it.
He just did it.
I just did it right now. That was the ADD kicking in, guys. I'm sorry.
That was brilliant. Stuck in the sloss.
Oh man,
that was great. That was epic. But I think the one song that I would get rid of is, and Amy's the one that gave me this idea when I came up with this question was, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus by the Jackson 5.
I got mine.
Okay.
I know
that
mine
could never be played again. It will be a good day.
I know mine.
Okay.
Mine
Yeah,
is Santa Baby.
Oh yeah.
I despise that song.
Yeah.
It's creepy sounding. I do not like having Santa be,
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. There's nothing about it I like. And I also think that in modern context, Baby It's Cold Outside maybe needs to be parked. I think it's okay to get rid of it.
It's fine. I think
there's a better version. There's an updated version, much like the Bunny song got an update with Veggie Tales to make it better. This song got an update.
All right, I have another one. I can't think of the name of it. Maybe it's Do You Hear What I Hear, whatever. But the one that says there's a child shivering in the cold, let's bring him silver and gold.
Yeah.
Instead of a blanket.
Not a blanket.
Not a blanket.
Soup.
Not soup.
precious
Yeah.
cold medals to this shivering
Cold
cold
medals.
child. Yeah,
great.
that's a.
Well, he can buy himself a
It,
blanket,
it
Jared.
might
That's
be
the
just
point.
that line that just throws me off. Like I don't.
I don't like that song either.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, get it out of here.
All right, if you had to pick a character in the nativity story, what character would you play?
Oh my gosh.
Like to live that experience or
Yeah.
play it in a
I think I want to.
in a show.
Yeah. Okay. Either one. Yeah.
Okay.
That's more difficult. I think, I don't know, man. The Shepherds had a pretty cool thing happen.
I think that was the Shepherds.
I think the
pretty cool.
Shepherds that's a pretty epic role to play.
Yeah.
I think that because you get to go tell people about it too. Like you're the first to hear, you're the first to share it. That's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
I think Joseph was probably the most brave dude in the Bible that we don't ever talk about.
Yeah.
Mary, obviously, wow. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think Shepherd is my pick. I don't want to be a wise guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just heard Aunt Lydia's voice when you said
I know. That's why I said it that way.
That was my first instinct too. Was the shepherds, but I was thinking, what about the angel? Like getting to
You get to
So you want
Like,
to?
announce it and
getting to
everything.
announce it. Yeah. Like
Are we allowed to be the angel in this story?
I mean, if it's in a play or a show or
I
something,
mean, we're
then
kind of
yeah,
angels today.
I mean,
Yeah,
you do get
yeah.
to freak people out.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
that's a plus. Fear not.
Yeah, that's
'Cause I'm
what I
scared.
love about angels. Like I hate when they're depicted as these little fat babies with
Cherub.
wings,
Yeah.
little cherub. I'm like, every time an angel shows up in
That
the
was not
Bible, they're like, it's like, no, don't worship me. I'm just an angel. You know,
Yeah.
people, need a new change of underwear because they're
And there-
hor-
And there's a reason they
terrified.
said
yeah.
do not fear.
Right. Yeah.
right,
There's
because there was fear.
They're like, very intimidating. So
Yeah, I think that if I was an angel, people would be afraid to see me too. So, let's-
Oh gosh.
so Rob, I think it's time for us to bring this sucker to a close.
I
I,
think so,
feel
too.
holly, I feel jolly, and I think it has been a spectacular episode.
Yeah, it's spectacular
We've done
so
it.
far. Yeah, especially that story with the good King
Wenceslas.
Wenceslas,
Wenceslas.
written and spoken word by Jared Sloss. I love it.
Fun time.
It's good stuff, man.
So, all right, we're going to bring it to a close.
Yep.
I think
Enough
that
is enough.
Enough is enough. But we want to thank everybody for being a part of the Glory Stories family. Thank you all for being with us during this journey of discovery and hearing about all that God has done for us. And we just would invite you to share your glory story at our website, and also to just comment, like, subscribe. Let us know you're listening, and we hope that you have the very merriest of Christmases. You guys want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas as well?
Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. I hope that the holiday, all of the holidays have been great for you. And just remember the reason for the season is Jesus Christ our King.
Yeah. Praying that you get some rest and are able to enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll see you next time on Glory Stories.
Next season, actually.
That's next season on the Glory Stories, where Jared will come and tell us another very strange and depressing story.
Well, hey, as we close out and you play the music on the video, I did bring a Little Debbie Christmas tree to share with you guys.
To share with us?
Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. You guys need to go
Hey,
get some
that's
of
what
this,
I'm talking about.
Let me break. We're going to do communion with a Christmas tree from Little Debbie.
I think we can pull that off.
Yeah, all right, there you go. Little
As long as we don't use eggnog for the
little treetop.
perfect.
Thank you very
Don't
much.
say I never gave you anything.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Y'all have a good one. You go eat yours.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
The Glory Stories podcast is a production of Glory Stories Media in affiliation with Brightworks Media. Hosted by Robert Kelly and Phil Stanley. Produced by Phil Stanley, Jared Bell, and Douglas Ferguson. Thanks for helping us bring glory to God through stories just like yours. You can reach us anytime at www.glorystoriespodcast.com. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, God bless you.